What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I just filmed this whole video without a mic. I did this. Filmed the whole thing like this. And I know you can hear me, but I don't want to sound too echoey. So we're going to bring it back. We're going to talk again. Harry Kane. Tottenham have accepted an offer of 95 million for Harry Kane, and it is now up to Harry to decide whether he actually wants to go or not. Rumours are that he has wanted to go, but now the green light's there for him. Will he actually leave? That is the question, and I think the answer to that is yes. Quite frankly, there's no debate there. Here's my thoughts, though. I would say many years ago, had this been the situation, he wouldn't have left. Social media, people talking all the time, on about legacy. I think it has gone into his head, and, you know, at the end of his career, he might have a lot of individual records. However, what has he got to show for it in terms of major trophies? Zilch at the moment. I did a video a while ago where I said that I know where Harry Kane's next destination is, and I actually took Bayern out of it, just because I didn't think it made sense. I actually said that Man United is probably the best place for him. He's got a better chance of winning trophies there. He's settled in England, and of course he stays in the Premier League, which means he gets to chip away at that Alan Shearer record. But the day I put that out, Man United took themselves out the running, so that was a waste of time. But Bayern Munich have been persistent all this time, to the point of where there's not really been anyone else. PSG, I know, have been lingering, but staying in the Premier League has not been an option for Harry. Bayern have come up with a few offers. It's been rejected, but Daniel Levy has now been broken down, and 95 million. I don't know if that's plus add-ons or anything like that, but yeah, it's finally been accepted, and Harry now has that green light to go. Let's say he does go. Spurs fans, what do you think? Can you blame him? I've said it for a long time. I can't blame him for leaving. You know, he's carried us for a long time now. I personally don't see what a few trophies in Germany does. Sure, he's got a better chance of winning the Champions League, but I don't think he's a given. And after his career there, if they don't win it, and he's got a bunch of German trophies, I don't know what that says about his career. Weighing it up, someone that's learnt their craft and has been here all this time, so close to becoming, you know, the all-time scorer in the best league in the world, as they say, or sit second in that tally and just have a bunch of German trophies. That would then be the debate. If Kane stayed, would he have beaten the record? Of course he would. Of course he would. The other scenario is he goes to Germany, goes all out, wins a treble, including the Champions League, could even win a quadruple, and then he flies back over here and catches up with Alan Shearer's record. It's certainly possible. Would he then come back to Tottenham? I don't know. Would Tottenham have to pay a premium off of Bayern Munich? Probably. Would Daniel Levy do that? Probably not. I'd be interested to know what the contract looks like if he does accept it, but ultimately for me, Harry Kane going to Germany, I don't think it makes sense for him. The only thing that kind of makes sense is the Champions League, and as I say, I don't think that is a given. It's a sad, sad day, but I know it's been coming. Don't be sad it's over. Be happy it happened, as they say. I don't begrudge him for leaving. I think he's been a loyal servant. Any Tottenham fan that gets on his back for moving on is an absolute idiot. He's a sensational player, and it's been a privilege to actually be able to watch him live. We're going to move on with our lives, and Harry Kane will retire one day, and we'll talk about some of the best players we've seen live. For me, obviously, Ronaldo and Messi, I've seen them live. Sergio Busquets, I remember seeing him as well. He was fantastic. Moussa Dembele, another amazing player that I've seen live. But Harry Kane, yeah, well into that bracket. Sensational player. And I think people still don't appreciate him. If you just watch him, he is sensational. He is sensational. And I feel like he's getting better. He's never relied on pace. And he is the definition of, you know, determination, because his career has never been a given. He's really worked hard for it, to the point of, you know, he was in the youth team at Spurs, and he was never a name that was going to break through and set the world on light. Never, ever. To the point of where he was put out on loan to, Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich, Leicester, and he never really did well there either. Well, not that I know of. But he came back, he got given a chance, and he just worked at it and got better and better and better, and continues to get better, and he's adding different parts to his game. He continues to score goals, but he gets other people involved. His vision is second to none. The passing on the boy, he is one heck of a player, I promise you. So where does that leave Spurs if he does leave? I'm kind of excited by the prospect of not having Kane. I've never wanted Kane to leave, but we do need to get used to life without him at some point. Let's say he rejects the contract today and says, you know what, I've had a change of heart. I want to stay at Tottenham for the rest of my career. Brilliant. But in 5-6 years or whatever it might be when he retires, we need to deal with that. So do we deal with it now with 100 mil in our back pocket, or do we sort of let it burn out over time? Because we can't always rely on Harry Kane. And I think now is actually a perfect time. We've got a new manager at the helm, Ange Postecoglou. He plays a very, very attacking game, and he gets a lot of people forward. Now, up until recently, it's all been about Harry. Poch did a really good job at getting other players involved, but Ange, I think he's going to go one step further, and we're going to start to see some entertaining football at Tottenham. Yes, we lose Harry Kane's goals, let's say 25, 30 goals a season, but I think it can be made up across a few players. Sonny needs to step up this season. He needs a big season. I think he will. Richarlison, you might laugh, but I think he's got double figures in him. Maddison's here now. I think he can get double figures. Kulusevski, another one that can get double figures, and he's someone that might have got 6, 7, 8 in a season with Harry Kane here. If we play the way that Postecoglou wants to play, I think he could easily get sort of 14, 15, 16. If we take Harry Kane's goals and sprinkle them across other players and add a few more goals on top of that, does that not make us a little bit better off? And we start playing as a team? Not to say that we haven't played as a team before, but a lot of it has gone through Harry. So as much as I'm sad to see Harry potentially leave, I'm also excited about the prospect and what we do with potential money. We did just get Van der Ven in, but I think we also need another centre-back to go alongside him and Romero. Although we did play Barcelona the other day. We lost 4-2, but Davinson Sanchez, I don't know what happened. He turned into like the world's best defender that day. And he's someone we wanted to ship off, and I think we still should do that. But the ability's there. And I think if Ange can nurture certain players, we might get something. We all joked about Emerson Royale, but he came on leaps and bounds this season. Go back a few seasons, Sissoko turned into an absolute world beater at one point. So there are certain players under the right management and the right scenario and the right situation that actually become amazing players, and we've got them in our ranks already. So who knows? But I'm sad but excited. I will leave it here though, because we always talk about trophies and, you know, attaching them to certain players and that makes them great or that makes them better than another player. I don't think it does, because on that basis, that would make Mark Albrighton better than Harry Kane, and I'm not even going to have that discussion.